It is time for the KSL Grand Finals, week number 35. And spawning in the upper left-hand corner for his 19th finals, it is Dragon Kites Gaming's hero, looking for that 15th win. But his opponent, this time it's a Terran. In the lower right-hand corner for Team Liquid, it's Cure. And as we get into this game, I will remind everybody once again that not only are we fully funded by the Patreon, and would love it if you would consider checking that out and supporting via the Patreon, keeping us going as long as possible here at the KSL. But we also have a Matcherino. If you're looking to support in another way, you can hit that claim code button, add a quarter to the prize pool, or donate extra if you're like, oh man, Cure's in the finals, he's my favorite, I want to make sure he wins even more money. I mean, you can donate specifically to this tournament, and he will take 40% of whatever you put into that Matcherino. So, if he wins, that is. Cure going to the cheeky NG Bay block. hero stops it pretty quickly and is able to take his base. The scout from herO's probe was beautiful. Now, hero did just take down Gumiho in a PVT. Not the cleanest PVT from hero, particularly game 1. Game 2 is a really nice 3-gate blink opening from hero. I wouldn't be too surprised to see him just head straight into that again. It's one of those things where I feel like as the game, I don't know, if you go into like a straight up macro game, TVP is actually very even, I feel like. There's a lot of tools on both sides. There's a lot of things both players can do, both races can do, that make it very complicated. You know, Protoss has the disruptors and the blink DTs, and High Templar hiding out around the map, Zealot run-bys, but big old Marine Marauder drops, Ghost EMPs. Terran has a lot of tools at their disposal as well. And just overall, kind of the stronger, straight-up army, generally speaking. Bio, pretty good. Pretty good. But I feel like the 3-4-gate blink openers from the Protosses are still finding so much success against Terrans. They don't always win, but I do feel like they have a pretty ridiculous win rate at the high level. We see Max Packs take down Clem with those all the time. And hero looking pretty good against Gumiho with it. And it is going to be another blink opener. Is that 3 gateways here from hero and then a robo? Am I omniscient? Do I know it all? Am I a know-it-all? The answer is yes and yes. The question is, will Cure know this? Looks like Cure's going to hit with a drop before any of this comes online. Before Blink is done, before the gateways even fully finish, before the Robo's really online. Cure's going to be hitting with a 7 Marine drop. Now, this can get some damage done, but it's likely going to sacrifice these units. And oh, the Stalker seeing this is actually kind of painful, as hero gets a couple of free shots off on the medevac. The Marine's going to have to drop out here by this pylon. Targeting that pylon down might be a good target, but they're going to dive forward. Probe's getting pulled off the line. The medevac getting very low. Down it goes. These Marines are now on a suicide mission. They're going to try to gun down some Stalkers and some Probes. They'll get 1 Stalker. That'll be it. 1 Stalker and 3 Probes as that last Marine gets an extra hit off. And I don't know that that's enough damage for me to feel confident in Cure's position here. Now, he is getting some tanks out. He has 1 bunker up already at the front. Might need another one in the main or a second one down at the front. As he has scouted at least some of what he's up against. Yeah, he's seen the important stuff. He's seen 3 gateways. He knows Blink is on the way. And here's going to do the same thing we saw him do against Gumiho. He's got the Robo Bay behind this. He's got the 3rd base about to start up. But the Prism is out. He's moving across the map. Not a lot of stalkers, though. What is this? 4 stalkers right now, and they're all very split up. So I guess hero is not going to commit to the blink stalkers, and the adepts shade in and die. Bit of a mistake there from hero. Suddenly this goes from like, oh, it looks like hero's going to get nice and aggressive, maybe blink some stalkers in. Then he completely doesn't do that. Stalker's showing up now, but this feels so late. Cure has so much more stuff. This could get kind of weird, though. Cure might move out. The Raven's trying to find a place to go. It looks like it finds a little squeeze hole here to get through. And as Cure moves out, the Prism's going to move in with 4 stalkers in it. There's not much back at home for Cure right now. It is only 4 stalkers, but still could get some good SCV damage done here. A few SCVs getting pulled to try to help out against this. The lack of stim is feeling pretty painful. Hero will just lift up and get out of there. 5 SCVs going down. But Cure is pushing across the map. The first Colossus is out, though, for Hero. And without stim, without combat shields, without +1, and without Metavax, this army is so just out on its own here. And uh-oh, Cure, he's going to have to siege up these tanks. 1 siege is up, some auto turrets going down with a blink stalker forward. They're going to blink on top of these tanks. They've gunned 1 down. With some fancy micro here out of Hero, he's going to take all the rest of this down. Every single one of Cure's units out on the map going down. And that was a very nice trade for Hero. Cure very much on the back foot now, and I don't know what that move out was. That felt like such a weird move out. Not waiting for any of his upgrades to finish, not waiting for any Metavacs to be out so he could potentially evacuate or even just heal up those Marines. And now Hero's like, I don't think you have much back at home. I'm going to go try to get some kills. Force field trying to stop the repair going down. He's going to take down the bunker. Hero's got the Colossus here. It has Thermal Lance, and he's just going to try to take as good of a trade as he possibly can. Now, Widowmine gets a kill. Not any force fields left. Hero's just going to back up. There is a Viking out, and it looks like there's a double drop on Hero's side of the map. And uh-oh, Hero's main base is going to go down. Hero not dealing with this at all. Too focused on the other side of the map. And while Hero did, you know, kill a bunker and stuff, losing the main, losing the Robo Bay, Cure finding some massive damage here. There's also Widow Mines up here, which could be very dangerous if the probes decide to try to go back to mining. It looks like the Metavacs will escape. Oh, there is one more Widow Mine. Hero has spotted it, though. Blinks out of the way, but Cure has gotten some big damage done. That being said, Hero is taking a 4th base as Cure starts up his 3rd. Cure's ahead quite a bit of army supply. He's got +1 done. I think he's got to move across the map soon because Hero's army is just going to get bigger. Hero is pushing across. His Colossi are totally on their own. This is so dangerous for Hero. Oh, the Widow Mine. Oh, man. Doesn't end up getting the connection there. That was so dicey. Hero has 3 Colossi and, like, the smallest supporting army you can possibly see. But Cure, all of his army is bunched up. That's not great against these Colossi. He's going to try to dive forward. SCV's coming off the line to help fight this out. Colossi so strong, so scary right now. The drop goes back into the main base, but there's not much there. And oh, no, dude. Anki. RIP. Gotta let the Emil meme live on. Even in 2023, Emil's internet from back in the day, still a meme. This is really, really unfortunate timing too. Since there's like a lot happening right now. I can't go look down here, but Hero's obviously pushing in. Cure trying desperately to hold on while he tries to get a little bit of damage done here with 2 Marauders and a Marine in the main. Just going to try to take down a pylon or 2. Anki, we've lost him. But hopefully we can get back into this without too much of a kerfuffle. All right, there we go. Oh, but Kira's pulling all the boys from both sides. He's getting the surround. The fantastic micro here from hero. 4 Colossi, 1 Warp Prism, and oh my god, he just decimates the SCVs. Yes, it looks like Kira's eventually going to push this all the way back. Hero's going to recall, but he's going to lose the prism. Oh my god, he keeps the prism alive. I actually cannot believe that stayed up. That is insane. I mean, at the end of the day, though, the 28 SCVs is the real story here. Yes, the main base died. Hero's on 3 bases, though. He's ahead 40 workers. I mean, there's just... Cure is just too far behind. If Cure had, like, 85 army supply, I would believe. Unfortunately for Cure, he's chilling at a solid 40 right now. He is down 18 army supply from his opponent, who has the bigger and better economy. I guess the one thing Cure is going for him is he's about to have 1-1 to 0-0. But Hero is going to dive into the main base with a few zealots, just getting them right in. And this is going to pull the small army that Cure has back up into the main base to deal with it. And that's going to allow this third base to be completely exposed for Hero to force it to lift. And I mean, this is so much damage to Cure. While Hero's main base finishes up again, he's up to 69 probes. Nice. And this game is pretty much over. I mean, the micro from Hero with that prism, and 1 prism and 4 colossi. Only 1 colossus can fit in that prism, by the way, guys. 1 at a time. You have to manually click, load, and unload each colossus while microing that prism back. Insane. Insane stuff. The SCV stood no chance. And Cure, I mean, he's nearly at 100 supply again. He's got the upgrade lead, but is that going to be enough here to take this fight? The Vikings will gun down these Colossi fairly quickly. The Bio, though, not stutter stepping against the Zealots. Looks like they're going to pull back now. The Immortals doing a decent job here as well. The Vikings will land. Cure is holding, but at what cost, man? He's losing 8 more SCVs. And even if he holds, I mean, he's just got nothing behind this. He pushes this away. He's going to get this prism for free. But I just don't think there's going to be enough here for Cure. He's down so many workers. He's down 50 workers right now. Look at the main and the natural. There's nothing mining here, and the third's not much better. Cure's going to move across the map. I mean, this is maybe his best opportunity, but it's such a small little bio force. He has so much healing. Hero just warps in a ton of zealots. He's trying to get the Robo Bay back online and a second Robo. But he doesn't have the ability to build more Colossi, so that's a big problem here for Hero. Or is it? Is it a problem? Because he's going to blink forward on top of this. He's gunning down Medivacs. Zealots come in from the bottom side, forcing the lift up here. And Cure is going to tap out just as that full Medivac gets sniped. But that game has been over for a long time. Cure was on heavy copium for the Hero throw. But Hero did not throw. Held on to that game with some excellent micro, killed all of the SCVs of his Terran opponent. Goddamn. Oh, Enki is still not back online. RIP. We're going to pray for Enki's internet. Sucks having internet that drops on you like that. So painful. All right. We are in the lobby for game 2. We're going to Oceanborn. Oceanborn. Take me by the horns. Lead me to the corns. But avoid the thorns. There we go. We got it. We got there. Dangity mill. Killing casters' internets for near a decade. Actually, maybe over a decade. I don't know when that meme was born. Game 1 was pretty hot. I will say, it felt like Cure made some good moves. I don't think hero ever felt behind. And then once he was ahead, it was pretty much game over there. He didn't let go of that lead. But let's get into game 2 and see if that's any different here. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have Dragon Kites Gaming's hero. Up 1-0 right now in this grand finals. His opponent, lower right-hand corner, it is Team Liquid's Cure. And you know what, you're right, I did go a little bit country there. So just for that, I'm going to give y'all a nice little yeehaw! Because that's how it's got to be. That's just how it is sometimes. I want to let you guys know that Officer Bagel didn't even look at me for that one. He no longer cares about the yeehaws. Maybe sometimes he would. But right now, he's just like, meh, whatever. Unbothered, moisturized, in his own lane, happy. It's good stuff. This is a very early probe scout from hero. Keeping an eye on things on Cure's side of the base. Maybe worried about a proxy. What's his name? The cat's name? His name is Officer Everything Bagel. And you will refer to him as Officer Bagel. His official title. Is that clear? I want to get him like a little officer's cap. I don't think he'll let me put it on him. He would let me put it on him. He would immediately break it and take it off, though. But it would be adorable for the, like, 2 minutes it lasted. Looks like here is another Widowmine drop cooked up here. And by another one, I mean a Widowmine drop because he did a Marine drop last game. He could also bring some Marines with this. Sometimes we see the, like, 4 Marine, 2 Mine drop. But he's trying to hide what he was doing a little bit here with the high ground CC. So hero doesn't really know what he's up against. But if you don't know what you're up against, just go for like a 2-gate or a 3-gate or a 4-gate blink. Honestly, you're golden. You're golden. Widowmine drop gonna head out. The Stalkers saw the base landing and decided not to stick around, just left. Oh, and what died in the meantime? Oh, a Reaper. Ran into the base and died. I think the probes killed it. I feel like one of these probes is gonna have a kill. But which one? I could be wrong. I'm clicking on all these probes now for no reason. Damn it, none of them have kills. All right, well, we tried. One Widowmine gets dropped out early. It's going to run into the natural area, perhaps. The other 2 hit in the main base. Hero, though, being the good player he is, pulling probes appropriately. The medevac's going to escape with 2 Widowmines in it, though. Oh, wait, hold on, Hero. Oh, he splits it off, Hero. He's too good, man. It was so dicey. But splitting those probes beautifully as they were targeted down. And Hero going to take care of that Widowmine. Cure could come in with the medevac a little bit later. Soul Steal, thank you so much for the raid. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you had a lovely stream. Behind this, Cure just getting into tanks. A couple more barracks on the way. Oh, looks like the mines went back in. Got a couple more kills. The medevac just going to leave after that. 5 kills for 3 mines. Not too bad here. Not too shabby for Cure. I think he's all right with 5 probe kills. The real thing, though, is there's no third base. And I think this medevac just flew over that third. So I think he knows that there's no third base. And Cure just needs to play defensive. He's got the tank and a bunch of Marines in the main base. There's a tank and a bunker in the natural base. I don't know. He's looking pretty buttoned up here. He's going to siege up this tank up here. However, hero is going to blink forward with the high ground vision from that observer. He's going to take that tank down, lift up those stalkers, and get them out of there. And now he's just going to poke and prod at this wall. Hero considering blinking up into the main. Just trying to figure out where he wants to go. Where is the weak point of the Terran? There's the blink up. He knows the tank is there. He's going to gun it down. The bio, though, getting a few stalker kills as they try to retreat. But they will be able to get out of there. 3 stalkers going down, but that is 2 siege tanks that have died now. The observer, oh my god, it gets scanned, but it does not get killed. Did he kill 1 observer? Yeah, he scanned and killed 1 observer, but the other one is still there. Hey, hero looking for a drop, but it was a fake drop. Cure picked up and then boosted and then just came back. So a bunch of stalkers have left looking for a medevac that's literally just right here. But I don't think hero realizes it's the same medevac, which is hilarious. These stalkers are like, where did he go, George? Where did he go? Hero, it's this one. It was the same medevac. Look at him. He's really looking for it, dude. He believes it. He bought that hook, line, and sinker. But I think Cure realized he was spotted by the other observer and was like, oh, never mind. Never mind. I just won't do that. But now Cure has the ability to push across the map. The stalkers are not there to poke down these units on the way across. Finally, they'll come back in and try to pick off some units on the backside. No boost on that medevac. It goes down. Cure going to bring the Raven back ahead with these guys. Looks like the Stalker's going to try to pick up some reinforcements. There's actually a decent amount of bio here, though. The Stalkers might have to be careful of a stim. Yeah, they're going to have to back away. Cure, he's just chilling, though, and this is giving time for Hero, who has a Colossus that's about to have Thermal Lance. Second Colossus is about halfway done. Charges on the way. Is Cure just going to pull back? I mean, he's got a third almost done. Hero's third was super duper late, and he is still not on a great worker count. So the economy's pretty even here. Cure is going to bring his reinforcements. He is going to keep going in. But against 2 Colossi with Thermal Lance, it becomes a little bit more difficult. Stalker's looking to get some damage done here on the front lines. He pulls back the shield batteries. Ooh, big anti-armor missile going to hit a lot of these units. The tanks are going to siege up. This bio is so strong, but they're being very, very cautious against the Colossi. Oh, another Hero Prism just running into the army here. Ooh, Hero moves forward into tank range. It's not ideal. Stalker even going down. Cure is up 30 army supply, and I mean, he's got a third base on the same worker count back at home. This is a great moment here for Cure. Like, he is in a great spot. The big danger for Cure is if Hero is patient enough to get enough army up to clean this up. And that's exactly why Cure is just deciding to back away. I don't think he knows about this. I feel like if he knew about that, he'd be heading that direction. Hero forgetting that he doesn't need to kill that Stalker to kill the Widowmine that used to be underneath it. Double Widowmine drop coming in. The late Widowmine drops can be so effective because you're just not expecting it. But oh my god, Hero's just so good. He's just so good, it's insane. And a great split there. A couple probes go down. Obviously, this is pulling a lot of focus, though. And that's very good for Cure, who is now up 8 workers. And while the 4th base is about to finish for Hero, he's just not going to have the economy for it. Like, 61 workers does not cover 4 bases, even when the main is starting to mine out. Like, Hero needs to pump out more probes, and he is starting up probe production again. Building 3, now 4 at a time. But I actually kind of like this position for Cure. Now, Cure is going to get spotted on the left-hand side here trying to move out. That's going to draw Hero into position, but I don't think this has been spotted by Hero yet. Maybe it has. I don't know. He's got the Hallucinated Phoenix here. Stalkers blink forward. They did get anti-armor missiles, so they have to be a little bit careful in this fight. Cure going to be able to gun down some Stalkers. Hero not paying attention. Focus maybe on the right-hand side where he does know this army is coming in here. Cure being so careful. Not taking the fights when it's not a good fight for him. Looks like that Raven finally will go down, but Cure's just going to lift up and back up. He backs up on the top side. A couple of SCVs died, but I don't know what killed them. And now Cure's going to send all 4 of these medevacs into the main. Maybe. Or not. He's just going to wait here to make me feel silly. There's another medevac up here. Could just join it in for some extra healing. Scans forward into the main base. The Colossi are on their way up the cliff with some Stalkers. Cure's going to have to be a little bit careful of this, especially with those Zella Warpins. Some Widow Mines helping out, though. The Colossi going to be very strong in this Sim City, able to just kind of walk around. But Cure's going to gun down 1. Can he get a second one? No, he's going to lift up and back up. While he's trying to engage down here as well, some EMPs going off. But a Super Shield Battery will turn on and keep that alive. I don't think Cure realizes this base is here, because he could absolutely be killing that. He's killed 11 workers, knocking Hero down to 56 probes. Hero's worker count this whole game has just been pretty lame. Cure, meanwhile, up to 76 SCVs on these 4 bases. Looking very strong. What is the Colossus count? There are 3 Colossi. Only 4 Vikings here for Cure, so he's not counting on the Vikings to really get that damage done. Just using them to push away. But Hero moves through the middle of the map. Cure, I think realizing this, is pushing on both the top and bottom side, skipping this base, which isn't really doing much, going for the economy, kills the 3rd, kills the 4th. Hero just diving straight into the main. He doesn't want any army out of Cure to be able to hold the top of this ramp. I think Cure's going to have to cancel everything that's in production right now, because otherwise it'll pop out and just die immediately. Trying to EMP trade with these Stalkers as best as he can. But the Stalkers are going to be able to kill everything in here. However, Cure is diving into the main base as well. EMPing, just going for the damage. He has killed 3 of the 5 Nexuses of his opponent. It looks like the main's going to be going down soon. However, Hero is killing a lot of this production, forcing these barracks to lift. But he's even going to be able to get most of those, it looks like. And Cure is just kind of chilling right now. It looks like he's trying to reposition some stuff back at home. His +3 attack is going to be canceled. So the upgrades will be equalized for these 2. Both at 2-2. Both players going to lose pretty much all of their production. This planetary could hold for a little while, but honestly, against the amount of Stalkers Hero has, ooh, nice Widow Mine connection, though. The planetary won't last forever. I love the missile turrets here. That can just help out so much. Cure, again, he just doesn't realize this base is here. And that is huge, because he's been hanging out over there this whole time. But he doesn't realize that base is down there. That's all that Hero has right now. He's going to drop a Dark Shrine and a Gateway, because he's lost all of his gates. The only thing left up here is that Twilight Council. That's why he's able to drop the Dark Shrine. And it looks like Hero is just going to go for the kill. Cure has so much money in the bank, though, and he's got some SCVs with his army. He can just drop down a new CC on Hero's side of the map. He could drop down 5 command centers right now if he wanted to. He's completely supply blocked. Hero is slow pushing this planetary. He will kill it eventually. There's the recall, though, as Cure has found this base. The base has a few cannons at it. Shield battery. Dark Shrine is almost done. There's no scans available here for Cure. Oh, that's actually huge. Oh, he doesn't have any scans. Nor does he even have a starport. He does have a factory, though. He could rebuild a starport. Both players obviously incredibly supply blocked right now and unable to build anything. Hero moving across the map. The army supplies are so similar. Oh, this is feeling a little dicey. Cure does have Ghost, so he can EMP just like that. He can EMP the invisible units. Stalker's going to blink forward and get one Ghost. I don't know whose position I like more in this situation. This is a very weird situation here. It's going to come down to how the fight goes. It's a good starting EMP for Cure. Get some shots off on one of these Colossi as well. And hero is just going to back up. Both players losing some units here. The supply is staying very, very similar. Neither player really able to build things. They're both trying to rebuild their supply. I guess if they take little trades here, that's going to help them both as well. It's going to be another dead barracks, it looks like. Right as it finishes that tech lab, it goes down. At least the tech lab finished, you know? What happens if a barracks dies when the tech lab's only like halfway done? Does the tech lab just sit there partially finished? I guess it probably does. Hero being very aggressive here. I'm a little surprised to see him being so aggressive. The Immortals on the ground making this army a little bit stronger than it looks too, but Cure does not want to engage. He has decided to just step back and let these buildings go down. He's going to be forced to cancel this command center. Actually, it gets killed. It doesn't even cancel. He's going to pull the SCVs. He's going to go for it. EMPs landing onto this army. Hero has nowhere to run, and he is going to have to take this fight, and that is not a good fight for Hero. Cure, I think he's about to even this series up. A lot of SCVs go down, but who cares? It's 17-15. Cure has 86 army supply to 18. And while there are Dark Templar on the way, that is such a last-ditch effort for Hero. Cure has missile turrets up at his planetary. DT Blink, as good as it is, it's really only as good as how many Blink DTs you have. And 2's just not going to cut it. There's EMPs here for Cure. He can take down any DTs that he sniffs out, like that one. There's just not going to be enough money for Hero. He can't get enough gas to keep warping in DTs on one base. And that's the GG. Cure takes the base trade game and ties the series up 1-1. GG. What a game, man. I love that. I love when you have one player who's like split armies and the other player's like, well, screw you. Just walks through the middle of the map. The game always gets so exciting after that. I thought Hero handled that pretty well. Just going straight for the main base is exactly what he needed to do. It ended up in a pretty even, like a weirdly even spot where both players had one base. The army supplies were very, very similar. But I do feel like Cure's army was a little bit better. He had a few Vikings. He had a handful of Ghosts. And, I mean, neither player could produce anything for a long time. But ultimately, Cure had a much larger bank. It was a lot easier for him to potentially get all those supply depots up and things like that. So I don't think Hero was wrong for trying to take a fight there. I love that he tried to get into Blink DTs at the end, too. I kind of forgot, also, the reason he was warping in one at a time is because he only had one warp gate at the end of that game. Now we're going to hop in to game number 3. We are on Solaris. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner, we have Dragon Kitesy Gaming's Hero. His opponent in the upper right-hand corner. Representing Team Liquid, it is Cure. And as we get into game 3 here, I'm going to say something I haven't said all day today because bad content creator. And remind everybody who's watching on Twitch to hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And if you use both platforms, you can hit both buttons. And who doesn't love hitting buttons? Let's be real. We all love hitting buttons. Buttons are kind of great. Physical buttons are better, but virtual buttons are pretty good. Oh, you know I got you with the old cartoon references, Teddy Triple. Speaking of which, did you guys see there was the Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner movie that WB made? And it was like a mix of live action and animation, which can be very, very cool. And I heard it was really good. Like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, borderline levels of good. But then they canned it. Like, it was basically a finished film, and they just shelved it. I think it is a finished film, but they're just not going to release it for the tax break or whatever. Ugh. Actually, the worst. I hate that so much. It sounds so cool. Like, I mean, I love, like, Looney Tunes cartoons. Old school cartoons, where that's kind of what I grew up on. I feel like I grew up more on like Looney Tunes than I necessarily did on more modern cartoons. Like Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes was definitely more of what I watched as a kid than like Nickelodeon or even Cartoon Network. I feel like I just watched the old cartoons a lot more. There was some good news, though. It sounds like they're going to try to sell the rights to another studio for them to release. So hopefully we will get to see it, unlike the Batgirl movie that WB did the same thing to last year. That we will never get to see. Anyways, fun stuff happening there. So far this game, not a ton of action. None of the probes died, so some good micro from hero, keeping those probes alive. The adept staying alive too, just barely on 4 hit points. Looks like hero's gonna maybe go for another Widow Mine drop. Actually, is this the like weird drop where it's 2 mines, 2 marines, and 2 reapers? I feel like that's a thing that happens. No. Nope, it's just going to be the 2 mines in the main, the 2 reapers, and the Hellion. I'm going to try to dive in here. And actually, with just 1 adept here, they might be able to bop this dude out of the way. She can't hold the door on her own. Oh, she's got some friends. But what does that leave in the main base to deal with these Widow Mines? 2 Stalkers. All right. Oh, no, though. The adepts leaving. The wall is open. Hero feeling a little bit vulnerable here. The medevac going to boost in. The Stalkers are there to try to stop this. The Widow Mine's going to drop out. Probe's getting pulled. Oh, the Reapers and Hellion a little bit late. Mines and medevac trying to be fancy, but the Hellion and the Reapers get in. Can they get some probe kills on the low ground? There is a shield battery here, so it shouldn't be too much damage. It looks like they'll get 3 or 4. It's actually pretty nice damage here from Cure. Up to 7 kills. 8 kills in total, but the 3 adepts that shaded away, they weren't doing nothing. They went ahead and got 4 SCV kills as well. So Cure getting some damage done. Both players killing workers for units. And the trades at the end of it honestly end up fairly even. I mean, what's that, 75 resources different? There's a bit more gas lost for Cure, but overall, I would call that very even. Now, that being said, Hero, he's got a Prism on the way. Blink is done. He's got 3 gateways, and he is moving across the map. Already 4 Stalkers being annoying here, forcing a cancel, it looks like, on that refinery. Oh, hangs out a little too long, though. That Stalker does not blink away. The tank starts off strong with a kill. 3 sentries here as well for Hero. Oh, my God. Is he going to go for it? He's going to go for the full Wings of Liberty wall off the main from the natural strat. Cure, though, a second tank popping out just in time. And he's got quite a few Marines up here. Kills the Observer, the Stalkers on the north side. Tank's a little far away from this. Those force fields going to stop these Marines from retreating. That is going to force them into this fight. But Cure is going to send this packing. Oh, no, looks like a few SCVs, or a few probes going down in the meantime. This Raven has 5 kills with the auto turrets. And this Raven coming in to get some damage as well. hero pulls the probes away, but still 2 probes going down. And hero not really getting a ton of damage done on this side of the map, while Cure is able to get some kills on the other side. Cure jumping pretty far ahead in the army supply. Hero, though, is going to try to get on this tank. No, he decides against it. Cure once again defending, not losing anything. This looks like a very strong opening for Cure. He does have a third base starting up right around the same time as herO's. Another auto turret going down, though, killing 3 more probes. This Raven has 8 kills. This one has 3. I mean, that's big damage. A lot of times those Ravens go in there and get like 1 kill, 2 kills, and then get sniped down. Cure keeping them alive for so long. He has killed 19 probes this game. And hero, he's going to jump on 1 tank, but he loses the Stalker for it. Not quite as strong of a trade as he'd like as the Protoss. And another Observer gets sniped as well for it. I'm liking Cure's position more and more here. Hero's still going to look for some damage. He sees this medevac trying to push out, but looks like Hero's going to lose at least 1 Stalker. He can't save them all. In fact, oh man, he messes his micro up. He loses 2 Stalkers. Hero, some uncharacteristic mistakes there, and Cure's double dropping on the other side of the map. A recall goes down. It's just the Prism with 3 Stalkers in it, though. That's not that scary of a recall. Cure, though, sees the double Colossi showing up and decides, well, maybe it's best to pack it on up. But this dropped it exactly what it needed to. Pulled hero back to his side of the map. That's going to allow Cure to take this third fairly easily. And Cure, I mean, he's in a great spot right now. He still has, I think both of these Ravens are alive. He's going to go ahead and check for the third. Not going to drop any auto turrets here. There's some Stalkers nearby. He's got a Widowmine drop prepared up top as well. Cure has so much harassment potential on hero's side of the map. But hero, he's going for the shove. He's just pushing straight across. Cure is so buttoned up back at home, though. Look at all these tanks. All right, well, it's 2 tanks, but it feels like a lot. He's got Vikings. Auto turrets going into the natural. Auto turrets going to go into the main. Cure is doing so much damage on this side of the map right now. And he has potential to do even more with the Widowmines, with the double drop. Hero is going to go for the push forward, but I don't think he can do this. He's got 2 siege tanks killing him, and he's just going to tap out. He cannot break that defensive position of Cure. And Cure takes a fantastic game number 3. Oh, man. Is Hero going to get a loss in a KSL finals? It's so rare. Out of the 18-19 now finals he's been to, he only has 4 losses in the finals. This could be the 5th. That was an excellent game from Cure. The harassment, even from the very beginning, the Reapers and Hellion getting in there. The Widowmines didn't do a ton, but the Reapers and Hellion just adding that damage up. It ended up being an even trade, but Cure was like even on workers after that. And that's where you want to be as the Terran. And it just felt like he kept gaining momentum. The Stalkers on the other side of the map just couldn't get anything done. They couldn't find purchase. Cure's defense was very, very solid, and he kept sniping those observers. I will say there were some uncharacteristic micro mistakes out of Hero. Makes me wonder if he's feeling, 100% right now in these games, because you don't usually see him like forget to pick up the last Stalker and micro it wrong and then lose 2 Stalkers when he could have saved one of them. Not the kind of thing we're used to seeing this player, the Protoss, make the mistakes. I don't know. The way that sentence ended up being phrased didn't make any sense. But spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Site Delta. Now down 1-2 as we are on match point. It is Dragon Kites's Hero. Sometimes the words come out in the wrong order. It's part of being a caster. his opponent in the upper left-hand corner. It is our Red Terran for Team Liquid Cure. Maybe he can cure my inability to speak coherently. Although I don't think speaking coherently is necessarily a prerequisite for being a commentator. But it might be. It might be. Not exactly sure how it works. I mean, you can just be a, like, semi-professional commentator like myself, where you don't really ever get paid to commentate, so you can be just kind of terrible. Not really anything people can do about it. Kind of great. Oh, that's true. I did pull a bit of a Yoda there. I said the end of the sentence before the beginning of the sentence. A Yoda I did pull. Should I just cast like that the whole time? Maybe that's the strat. That's how I get ahead in this casting world. ESL will be hiring me any minute now, knowing I can do a Yoda impression while casting. A Cybercore hero did build. God, I feel like that would get so annoying after about 10 seconds or so. Please no. All right. I won't. Not today. Maybe another time. Rest in Probius. Probe getting gunned down by the Marine. Shockingly, hero going for the Twilight Council once again. Not too surprised to see it, but I mean, so far Cure's defense has been pretty solid against those Blink Stalkers. Let's see if hero can find some perches this game. Opening up with Marines and a Hellion here. Bit of a different opener for Cure. Oh, and into a Cyclone. So no Widowmine drop this time. The Widowmine drops have done pretty all right for Cure. I don't know where that Hellion went. The Marines here are going to try to surprise the Adepts and will push them away. The Hellion made it all the way to the other side of the map. It's going to see what's going on here, and then it's going to die. Sees a Robo, but it doesn't see any extra gates because right now hero is on one gateway. Now the Cyclone is out. This one Adept on the other side of the map checking for it. It looks like the other one may have died. Cure wants to go for a drop. This Adept in the meantime. Oh my god. Was that a hot pickup of the SCVs? It was. Honestly, incredible micro there from Cure. Now he's going to pick up. He's going to head across the map. He's got the Cyclone pushing first. Or he's not. Maybe he's just not. Maybe he's just going to pull back. All right, cool. I don't know if he saw what's going on this side of the map. But 3 more gates are finishing. Hero this time is 4-gate blinking. So far, we've only seen him go for the 3-gate blink. It's a bit more macro-focused. He can win games with it. We saw him take down Gumiho in one of the games with the 3-gate blink while he was macroing behind it. But for the most part, it's just like harassment, trying to get ahead while you're expanding and teching behind it. That is not what's happening this game for Hero. I do not expect to see him taking a 3rd base or taking a Robo Bay behind it. Maybe in a little bit. But right now, he is going to be focused on Stalkers. And Cure needs to be fully on the defensive against this. It doesn't have a siege tank in the main base. In fact, it looks like he's just going to be on the 1 tank. He does have a Cyclone and a Raven up here to help out, but the Stalkers are already coming in. They're going to jump on this tank. Cure is just not ready for this, man. He does not have any bunkers up. Cyclone and a bunch of Marines coming down. Is there a stim available? There's not. There's no stim even in production right now for Cure. He's just finishing up these Raxes. He's going to swap this back into the Tech Club to try to get some tanks up, but I think it might be too late. The anti-armor missile is quite nice here. Hero needs to be a little bit careful, but I mean, his Blink Micro is so strong. He's already killed 12 SCVs. He's not focusing down this Cyclone. I feel like that would be a good target there. It got saved earlier by the medevac, but Hero just trying to kill what he can. Pulls back, 15 SCVs going down, and he's just going to dive back in. Auto turret going to help push him away for now. This feels like Cure's on a bit of a clock. He is about to pop out another tank. The Stalkers on the low ground just push right in, and that's going to allow these 4 in the main base to get some SCV damage done. Hero just getting damage done on both sides. 22 SCVs now going down. Stim is about halfway done. That one tank is out. It's doing a good job up here, but wait a second. Zealots getting warped in, and I think that's going to be it. It looks like we're going to a game 5. The Stalkers on the low ground are getting bullied away, but Cure's down to 20 workers. I mean, it's just, how do you come back from this? More Zealots are going to warp in, and yeah, Cure's just going to tap out. He just doesn't have enough to take him down off the back of that. I think he was hoping he'd have like a decent enough army to counter push, even if he lost all the SCVs. But enough bio got made. Or enough bio got killed. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what I meant to say there. Enough bio got killed by those Stalkers that there just wasn't a pushing force to counterattack for Cure. And he was continually losing SCVs. That means we get to game 5. Been a very nice finals. I don't think I didn't cast any Zergs today, huh? This has been all Terrans and Protosses. No Zergs on my side of this bracket. We'll have to hope we get some Zergs on EPT Cups Monday. All right. Let's hop on in. We're going to Hecate and spawning in the upper right-hand corner. We have Dragon Kitesy Gaming's a Hero. Tying it up, bringing us to a game 5. It's all on the line here in this 5th game. His opponent in the lower left-hand corner was on match point. Just needs to win that one more. Can he do it? Team Liquid's Cure. Hero opening with a low ground gateway here. I don't know if we've seen him do this yet. He has had some low ground walls in like all of these games, but I feel like they've been the later additions. He usually starts off with the Reaper wall. Very interesting change here for Hero. So far, nothing crazy out of Cure. Looking pretty standard. Standard. Now, I wonder if we're going to see another 4-gate blink out of Hero. I mean, I feel like it worked pretty well, but I also feel like a big part of the reason it worked so well is because Cure was not expecting that much of a commitment to the Blink Stalkers. And so the Stalkers initially just came in, sniped the one tank that was there, traded super well with a bunch of SCVs, and from then on, Cure was fighting from behind. But if Cure does maybe get the scout, or if he does just expect a heavier blink commitment, I feel like he's been defending pretty damn well against it so far. Maybe it's time for Hero to change things up a little bit. Reaper going to be allowed to hang out in the main base. The shield battery is almost done. And it looks like this Reaper's not really going to be able to get any damage done. Oh, it gets 1 kill before that shield battery finishes. But that means the Adept and the Probe on the other side of the map. A bunch of SCVs coming down to fight this. Oh, they almost get the surround. Oh my god, and the Probe finishes off that Marine. You got to be kidding me. The Probe goes down, but this Adept getting so much done. That being said, it looks like the Reaper got a second Probe over here. So 3 probes to 2 SCVs going down, but hero continuing the pressure. And this bunker is super cool, but if you have no units in it, it actually doesn't do anything. It's a fun fact about the bunker. You know what we need for Terrans to buff bunkers? They need that little gun on top that they have in the campaign. The little turret. They need like a permanent auto turret on top of the bunker. Maybe that should be an upgrade for late game Terran. That might be too strong, actually. It might be like really, really good. Maybe Terran doesn't need a buff. I don't know. Maybe all the races need a big buff. If everything's overpowered, nothing is, right? Pretty sure that's how that works. Anyways, everything gets shoved away. The Adepts leave and survive. The Reaper does not survive. Let's get a scout at the front of the wall, though. Not necessarily. There's a second gate and a robo, a third gate going up in the main base. Hero, oh, he's blocked in a probe, so he's going to kill this shield battery. This probe is fully walled in. Poor little guy. Wait, it has to be told to go back to mining. Oh. 3 Adepts trying to get some damage done. They will get a couple of SCVs. Not a ton of damage, though. I don't know, 3 SCVs for 2 Adepts? That's probably better for Cure. Hero, despite having his 3rd gateway finishing up here, doesn't have a lot of stuff out on the field right now because of those early game Adepts, so there's not a ton of Stalkers out. You're going to get into a couple more barracks here. He's going to finish off that last Adept. Oh, and the Stalkers blink onto that medevac. Both the mines somehow get out. But it looks like only 1 probe going to fall for a medevac and 2 Widow mines. It's a good cleanup there from Hero. Nice observer positioning. Cyclone going to check for a 3rd. There is no 3rd, at least not yet. But this looks like the same build from Hero we've been seeing. So he will be taking a 3rd fairly shortly. He's got that Robo Bay coming up. He's macroing behind this, but he is going to do some damage, or try to do some damage with these Stalkers. Cure has the bunker. He's got all the SCVs pulled to defend it. Hero, though, not diving into it just yet. Waiting, I guess, for the Prism and for a few more Stalkers. But that's going to give time for Cure's tank to get in position, but Cure also pulling the SCVs away. Hero's going to blink forward onto that siege tank and then try to pull back. He'll get the tank. I think he's going to get the bunker as well. No, the SCV repair is quite good. And at the same time, the Cyclone dives in, just gets a few free kills. However, the Stalker's going to go to the main base. The tank is not ready yet. It's going to get jumped on. It gets 1 shot off. The Marines do help out here. They're going to push this away, and it looks like another tank, unsieged tank, going to help these guys. Observer gets sniped. Cure has been so good about that. The tank from the low ground is gone. So it's just these SCVs which need to repair. Oh, I guess not. You know what? Hero's just focusing them down. He gets 4 SCVs. Auto turrets dropping in the main, though. Hero late to respond. And he is going to lose 5 workers for that. And big thing here for Hero, didn't take that 3rd. He's been taking the 3rd as he pushes out in all these games, but he hasn't taken the 3rd yet in this game. This time the Stalkers will take that bunker down. And it's going to force Cure to pull these tanks out here to help out. Cure has a lot of bio, though. Stim and +1 are getting pretty close. Hero needs to be very careful. If he gets stimmed on, he's going to lose a lot of Stalkers. Right, Cure has a good split going for him now. This 3rd base might be in some trouble, but I actually think Cure can push this away. He's got the tank, he's got the bio, the Stalker's got to leave. hero bringing the Colossus straight across the map. Feels like such a bold move. Thermal Lance is not done yet. So the tanks here for Cure can be very strong. +1 and Stim are done for Cure, but he doesn't want to Stim just yet because he doesn't have any Medivacs out to help defend or to help heal up these units. But Hero decides to back up. He's going to go for a Colossus drop. You got to love the Colossus drop. The tank covers a lot of area, but not all the area. The Colossus should be able to get some damage done here. Colossus needs to be a little careful. Marauders, just one Marauder, pretty good against the Colossus. Just pulls back, gets recalled. It got a few kills, honestly. Solid Colossus drop. Hero's third base finally finishing up. Cure not being forced to cancel this third CC means his is finishing up as well. I actually like this position for Cure better, I think. I mean, he's got a lot of production. Worker count is very similar. Here's ahead a little bit in supply. He's got his +1, but he never started +1 armor. So Hero, he started up his 1-1. He will eventually take that upgrade lead. For a little while, Cure has it, though. This does feel like a very even game. Cure's going to have to move out and take that third soon. Oh, is he going to take that third? Oh. Not the third I expected Cure to take. But I kind of like it on this map. You do have the high ground here with the ramp. I feel like it's a good third. I guess just positionally, I expected him to take this one. Bit more exposed. Oh, Hero's got Prism speed. He's going to try to get into the main base here. Maybe get some warp-ins going. Just wait until his opponent moves out. Oh, and I'm so glad Hero remembered that Disruptors existed. I've seen him build like one Disruptor in all... What, this is going to be like the 8th game of PvT today that he's played. He just didn't build any Disruptors at all. There's one game I remember him building one Disruptor, and that is all I can think of for Disruptors from Hero today. They're pretty good units, though. I don't know, man. Auto Turret's going to take down the shield battery and then focus down a couple of probes. 4 more probes going down. That was the end of the Raven, though, as it gets gunned down. But I think it saw the Dark Shrine, which is pretty huge. The Prism trying to get in. It will get in past that turret thanks to the Prism speed. Charge is not done, though. Hero maybe needs to realize that charge is not done and start it. That would be huge. Okay, he has figured it out now. I wanted to see if Cure saw that Dark Shrine. Yeah, he saw it building. Was he paying attention is a different question. But I think there's a very good chance he was. Cure seems happy to just play this out in a macro. The DTs have now been spotted. Yeah, Cure is not going to let them get in. He's got some scans. He's got turrets going up everywhere. I was just going to say I wouldn't be sad to see him put more turrets up in the main, but he has already done it. It's definitely worth a few hundred minerals to make sure that Prism has a really tough time getting in there. And Hero seems content to macro as well. Now, I will say, earlier today, Hero played a nice long macro game against Gumihone. It did not feel great for Hero, so I do worry a little bit if he's feeling up to the task of a macro PvT right now. I am glad he's building Disruptors. He's going to go for a Disruptor drop here. Ooh, is he going to try to get the sneaky? Is Cure going to be paying attention? It's going to be really dicey. Okay, Hero decides against it, at least for now. Cure sending a little double drop north, but that's kind of where the army is. Ooh, they might circumnavigate each other a little bit here. Cure going to be able to just walk through the middle of the map and get into this base. Shield battery gets gunned down. Probes. Oh, no. Oh, those probes. 13 probes going down in about half a second there. Woodamine going to try to zone while the Medivacs boost away. It looks like only a few units going to be able to get out of there in the Medivacs. Just the ghosts. Sorry, I missed that Widow Mine connection. Could have been nice. Oh, I don't know if this medevac's going to be long for that world. Yep. All right, it's going to go hide in the corner. Honestly, most of the bio is going to get away. Hero's going to try to get back into the main, and you know what? It's an empty space for the turrets. And that's going to allow that Warp Prism to get right in there. Could go for a big Warp in, but there's kind of a lot of bio nearby, so I don't know if this is going to work out too well. That being said, hero hitting at the same time. Oh my god, the EMP is laying out this army. And hero needs to back up. He's got to be so careful losing a disruptor there. He's running into so many siege tanks. The stalkers are kind of split. Oh, this is so bad for hero. This engagement is going abysmally. He is warping in more zealots, but there's so much bio here. The prism goes down. Yes, some SCVs are dying, but I really like this for Cure. He is about to clean up so much army supply. Hero pulling back his main army, tail between legs after taking so much damage. He's now down 30 supply, and it's all an army because the worker count's the same, because Hero never rebuilt any of these probes that he lost. So he just killed 11 workers, but the worker count ends up dead even. Cure is taking a fourth base that is not a planetary. It's a bold move that is not going to pay off for him here shortly as the Zealots run in, but he's going to be able to defend that. He's fighting on the other side of the map as well. Big EMP is going down, the blink forward from the Stalkers. Going to try to get some kills here, will get some kills on the retreat as Cure needs to run away from the Colossi. He cannot fight those Colossi with just part of his army. 4 Colossi, pretty strong, pretty good. But that means Cure, he's on the other side as well with another big group of bio. The Zealot run by gets caught and is going to get not much damage done. It looks like it'll get these mules. 4 mules. Oh, can he get a siege tank? He gets a siege tank. Friendly fire is a hell of a drug. Hero's going to try to go back up this ramp, and I cannot overstate how much I dislike that plan. That is such a narrow choke point, and there are tanks nearby. And a huge concave of bio up top. Cure's pulled everything back home right now. Looks like he is going to send a counterattack across, feeling like he can hold here with his defensive position. I tend to agree. Hero's still trying to push up this ramp. Trying to maybe delay this CC, but it gets finished up. Hero's got his own 5th base starting now, but his economy is still pretty garbage back at home. Moving around to this side, but Cure is already set up for this. Hero's going to go in, though. But there's a lot of bio on both sides. Oh, my God, the splits there. Can any of these Disruptor Novas connect? A couple of them do. The bio on the top side getting ravaged, but the bio on the bottom side still very strong. And I think Cure's just got too much here, man. The massive surround that Hero wasn't expecting as he moved into that base, and he is going to lose all of his power units here. Just a few Stalkers maybe surviving. This Disruptor not going to make it. And Hero, he's pulling back, but pulling back to what? He's down 50 army supply. He's building 1 Disruptor at a time. This Disruptor needs the biggest shot it's ever seen in its life. Which I guess that was, since it just started up. But I don't think 2 kills is going to handle it. EMP is going down. Some DTs have warped in, but they're just going to morph into an Archon that's going to get EMP'd and killed immediately. And I just don't think there's going to be enough here for Hero, man. Cure, he's rallying across. The Disruptor Novas doing their best, but Hero's under 100 supply. All Cure has to do is not throw, and so far, we have not seen Cure throw, and there it goes. Hero cannot hold on. Cure with a solid defense, just letting the Protoss wash against him like waves against rock. But Hero did not have a Millennium to wear that rock down. The rock won, as the rock often does. It turns out Cure has the people's elbow. And that's GG. Hero takes his 5th loss in the finals of 19 appearances. Still a very good record, but Cure able to take the win. Only his 2nd win in his 3rd finals appearance in the KSL. Pretty solid for Cure. Looking very strong today, taking down some big name players, both Dark and Hero, getting bopped by Cure. Cure's back, baby. He's back. GG's.